The Greek government is again pressing Berlin to pay billions in compensation for the deaths and the atrocities during the Nazi occupation. Earlier this month, the president of the Hellenic Republic, Prokopis Pavlopoulos, said Greece's demands were justified and non-negotiable. According to the state treasury data, and without including the compensation of the victims, which is a major issue of moral and humanitarian order, we calculate that the amount is around 350 billion euros. This includes the remedies for the damage caused by the German occupation troops, and I'm referring to the material damage, the return of the forced occupation loan and, of course, the desecration of the victims of the Nazi occupation. We should not forget that we lost about 19.5% of our population during the occupation. Greeks suffered terribly under the Nazis. Hundreds of thousands died from starvation and freezing weather. Massacres wiped out entire villages that were trying to resist the occupation, and properties were lost. In 1960, the Federal Republic of Germany transferred 115 million Deutschmarks to Athens as compensation. Since then, Berlin claims that there is no justification for further payments. The Greek side argues that now is the time to raise again the issue, since the country is free of its debt crisis aid package.
And Faye is live for us now in Athens. Good morning, Faye. What progress are we expecting today?
Good morning. Yes, the Greek President Prokopis Pavlopoulos is expected to raise the issue with his German counterpart Frank-Walter Steinmeier today during their meeting here in the presidential mansion of Athens. The role of the two presidents is ceremonial, so they cannot take any actual decisions, but symbolic. So any statements made here today will be of great importance over the issue. The Greek president earlier this month, during one of his speeches, he said that asking for the war reparations is non-negotiable, and this is what we have to do in the memory of the victims. And he wrote an article where he was expressing his strong positions over the issue. This is a very complicated legal and diplomatic matter. The Greek side now seems determined to raise the issue in a bilateral but in an international level as well. Athens might ask to go in negotiations in the next months, but for sure this is a discussion, this is a dialogue that opens now again, and it will last for months, years, if not decades.